We're looking at the newest releases from Lal. Which one is best for you? There's also a Lal Elixir Absolute coming out, and then also the flower edition of Le Beau. In the last year, I think Lal fragrances have gotten a lot more traction and hype, but it's also accurate to say that Lal fragrances have always been some of the best-selling men's fragrances, starting off with Lal itself. A very classic aromatic vanilla fragrance that's all about lavender, maybe some spices, the tonka bean, and the vanilla in the fragrance. Except the newest batches and formulations are not really that strong. It is still, however, a great scent profile that your dad's probably worn and your uncle. So I don't know if you exactly want to smell like that, but it still is a good fragrance. And in my experience, a lot of women like that scent profile. However, since then, a lot of better flankers have released, including Le Parfum, Lal Elixir, one of the newer ones, Le Beau Le Parfum, and then we've also got Le Beau Paradise Garden and Ultral. You'll see that we have one oddball here called Lal Lover, and I don't have Le Beau EDT. And there's a reason for that. The first one I'm going to start off with is Lal Lover, and this was probably the most underwhelming pickup for me from the whole Lal DNA because it's very mid. I mean, it takes that original Lal DNA, maybe adds some fresh notes, and it kind of just waters it down a little bit, losing the full body nature of the original Lal, and that's pretty much it. Add some C notes, ambergris, and finger lime. Kind of an aquatic attempt at the Lal DNA, but it was a flop, at least in my opinion. It's mid, it's not the worst thing in the world. If you want something that's relatively fresh, sure, you can go for it, but even then, there's a better alternative here. So Lal Lover, I give this one like a mid 6.5, and we're just gonna keep it there. However, if you're looking for something easy, dumb reach, better than smelling like you just got out of the shower with water and no soap, then sure, go with this one. Now, moving back into the rest of the collection that I have here, and if I wanted to go for something fresh, uplifting, bright, vibrant, Le Beau Paradise Garden. I think underrated, very, very uplifting, fresh, tropical, and green. You could wear this every single day if you wanted to, even into the winter time, but obviously being the best suited for the summertime and the springtime. It's a little salty, it's got this juicy fig, watery notes, sandalwood, and that signature JPG funk, which is that tonka bean, the sweet, musky nature. That's also masculine and woody in the dry down. I personally give this one, as of right now, a 9.5 out of 10, damn near a 10 out of 10, and the experience with this one was always something positive. It just makes me feel good. It's all around a good vibe, and I'm holding on to him by his little flower. That's actually pretty messed up. So with that being said, the current best fresh fragrance is this one, because it's not just your typical mall scent. I mean, although it does have a mass appeal to it, it's very easy to enjoy. It's not just blue, fresh, and shower gel. No, you guys, this is like big and coconut. That wasn't really common in earlier days with fragrances, at least for men. Now it is. My rating for Paradise Garden, I give this a 9.5. Although I want to place this at like number 2 because of the fact that I enjoy it. It gives me the best vibes whenever I rock it. It's not the best in terms of scent profile. So what dictates the rating and score? I was thinking to myself, like, does it matter the fact that I can wear it more often? And while thinking about it, I did feel like something I could wear every single day should be ranked at number 1 or number 2. But ultimately, no. It's going to be the enjoyment factor, uniqueness, and all other things considered. With that being said, I still really like the scent profile. The fact that I can wear it every day also increases my rating and liking for this one, so I'll place it at number 2. If I were to rock any one of these, this would likely be the second one I would reach for, so we're placing this at number 2. I'm cracking the shit out of the bottom of my bottles. Let me chill out on that. So number 2 is Paradise Garden. Go get your nose on it, go smell it, and think about it from that perspective. I wear this every single day. It might not be the sexiest, but I wear it every single day. Moving on to Le Beau EDP. I was gonna say, is this EDP? No, sorry, Le Parfum. There's so many flankers, it's hard to remember. Now, this is kind of like the nighttime version of this fragrance. So it tones down the whole fun and juicy and watery and amps up the vanilla and the amberwoods. So if you were to wear this during the day, you could easily top it off with this one at night. Very sexy, very mass appealing too, and compliment worthy too. A coconut fragrance that doesn't go in the realm of like lotion, which by the way can. A lot of coconut fragrances do go in that creamy lotion vibe. This one does not. Amberwoods, sexy, coconutty, and very date night appropriate. Rating for Le Beau Le Parfum, I'd place this at a 9. It's a sexy scent profile. You could still pretty much get away with this every single day, but it's not as uplifting of an experience for me. And over time, as I started to rock these a little bit more and more, it definitely has been changing the rankings overall. So I'd place this at a solid 9 and put it at number 4. Moving on to Ultral. Ultral, the second hype beast after the original Lal. It's got pear lavender, some cinnamon spices, and a lot of vanilla, that signature JPG funk. Super sexy, a lot more versatile than people give it credit for, and extremely attention grabbing. Projects, performs. I mean, there is nothing wrong about this fragrance except for people who wear too many sprays in the wrong season. During the summertime, I'd spray this on about 3 to 4 times max, but it works all year round. Ultral has to be a 10 out of 10 and number 1 still to this very day. Moving on to the next one is Lal Elixir. Yes, it's sexy. Yes, it has that original DNA with a lot of honey, and it's oh shit, this is actually really damn sexy. This is honey, lavender, that signature JPG, and there is no way Paradise Garden can up this one. So we're gonna have to do a little shift. Paradise Garden, you were a 9.5 for enjoyment factor, and that's a very personal rating, but Lal Elixir is a 9.75. This is so sexy. I damn near want to say a 10, and I want to place it as a 10 as well, right after Ultramall, but it's just not. It's just not. You're not that, you kind of are that guy, but Ultramall is that guy. So I'm placing you at number 2. So we've shifted the rankings a little bit. JPG's Ultramall is number 1, Lal Elixir number 2. I think you guys can agree with that one a little bit more. And for personal reasons and enjoyment factor, you guys get your nose on Paradise Garden and actually wear it. It's gonna be number 3. 4 is Le Beau Le Parfum. Last but not least, Le Male Le Parfum. This is definitely gonna shift. It started off as just like a rating and saying which one is right for you or best for you, and it turned into like a top 5, I suppose, with this one being like that 6 and just not even standing in line. Anyways, the sexiest of them all. Lavender, iris, cardamom, vanilla, that signature DNA, just done in the sexiest way. And truth be told, this is going to shift this list into something that even myself, living with these more recently, was surprised. And I mean, this honestly started, you guys, not as a like ranking them. It's just like what's best for you or what's more right for you or how I feel about them now. And it turned into a ranking, and that's why I didn't have like the order. But anyways, you get the idea. So this is going to shift everything. It's the sexiest. It has one of my favorite notes of cardamom, well, 2 of my favorite notes, cardamom, that iris, and then that JPG DNA around it, making it number 2 on this list, and a solid 9.8 out of 10, and easily number 2. Yes, it's better than Lal Elixir. This one is still pretty sexy. Like I said, it's a 9.75, and like I said, it's a 9.75 to me. And realistically, you guys, these are actually pretty close in the rankings, but it's definitely a sexier fragrance in my opinion because of the fact it's more reserved, it's more mysterious, it's less loud, it's less juvenile, and for me, that's the characteristics that I like. So what's right for you is really dependent on your characteristic. This one being loud, still having a sexy factor to it, and it's loud in the sense of its performance and its projection, and I love that from my fragrances. It's loud, it's there, but it's also mysterious and sexy at the same time. This one, not necessarily not being loud, it's long lasting, but it's just not the loudest. It's more mysterious, more alluring and sophisticated. This one being a bit more juvenile, still sexy and raunchy, but definitely has a youth factor to it as well, and kind of reviving a classic scent profile, whereas this one is just bright, fun, uplifting, and very energetic. And lastly, taking that DNA and making it more seductive, more specialized for nighttime. All in all, a lot of these have changed in the rankings because of my experiences with them, but I think that this is a pretty solid ranking, and unless something else drops, which I'm very curious to see how the Lal Elixir Absolute stacks up against it, and the Le Beau Flower Edition, this will likely be my stack up for a pretty long time. But then again, JPG releases a lot of Le Male fragrances. I'm not mad at it unless when it starts to do something like this, and we'll see how they stack up. So let me know down in the comment section which one sounds like it's the best for you and which one has been the best for you. If you haven't picked them up, I would personally say get your nose on them in this order, and if you have, let me know down in the comments which one's your favorite. My name's Neve, thank you for tuning in to AROMATIX, and I'll see you in the next one. Peace.